You set up your SonicWall content filtering, blocked all the categories, applied the policy, yet your users are still browsing whatever they want. Why? Encryption. 95% of traffic is HTTPS. Your firewall is essentially wearing a blindfold. Traditional filtering relies on SNI. It sees the domain name in clear, but once the encrypted tunnel is built, the firewall can't see the URL, keywords, or actual page content. If a website uses a CDN or a masked URL, your CFS rules won't trigger. So now let's break this down to better understand why your content filtering is not working. So we've got our firewall, our user, our CFS engine, and our website. So whenever you connect to a website, you are given a certificate to de-encrypt their data. The issue is when packets are sent through the firewall, your CFS engine is only able to detect anything using SNI, which a lot of times it's obfuscated. So that packet is then forwarded, completely bypassing the CFS engine. But now, let's throw DPI-SSL into the mix. So we're adding decryption. So now, your firewall issues out its own certificates to all users. So now, whenever a packet goes through, it's then decrypted, fully scanned through the CFS engine, re-encrypted with its new certificate, and sent out to the user to be decrypted with the SonicWall certificate. Now, the first step is downloading SonicWall's built-in certificate. But for a large network, you can't be expected to repeat this process for each machine. Using a GPO server is the best method. This allows you to set the certificate in the root trusted, and it will automatically install to all machines managed by that GPO. And before setting this up, understand that deep packet inspection is extremely resource intensive. You are decrypting a packet of data, scanning it with a signature database looking for threats, and then the content filtering engine, and then re-encrypting it in milliseconds. With the TZ280, I saw a fraction of the speed I pay for. Even going up to a TZ580, you're looking to get around 750 megabits per second. If you want to keep that high-speed internet, go for a higher-end model. So here in our firewall, we're going to go to Policy, DPI-SSL, Client SSL, and Certificate. So let's download this and install it. I'm going to open this, hit Install Certificate, Local Machine, next. Place it in the following. We're going to set it in the trusted root, next, and finish. Next, we're going to walk through some steps to ensure that DPI-SSL will work properly once turned on. So we're going to go up to Object, and here in Zones, we're going to go to whatever zone that you're going to be turning on DPI-SSL. Click the Edit button, and make sure Enable SSL Client Inspection is turned on. Next, let's go to Profile Objects, Content Filter, and edit the default. We're going to go to Advanced and make sure Enable HTTPS Content Filtering is enabled. Next, we need to create an address object for this PC to separate it out from the rest. So we're going to go to Add. We're going to name this My PC. It's on the LAN, it's a single host, and my IP is 192.168.168.65. Now let's add this to an address group. We're going to name this DPI testing. Add my PC. And save that. Now we're going to need to go back to Policy and go over to Objects and set this as the address inclusion list. So over here, I'm going to change this to the DPI testing. Save that. And the reason for only adding my computer's IP to the include list is because this will break things. The bulk of setting this up is testing, seeing what breaks and adding it to the exception list. If you throw this at your whole network, you're going to have a lot of people banging at your door. Take steps, a slow rollout. Now that we've got all that in place, let's go up to General. Turn on SSL inspection and all of its services. Now you want to make sure to turn off allow SSL without decryption bypass. This could be used as an overflow attack. If too many connections are made, it will bypass the inspection. So if you're frequently hitting the connections limit, depending on your model, you should rather be looking at a higher end SonicWall firewall. So let's turn that off and accept. Now let's go check out some websites. So let's go to Yahoo. Let's check the cert there. SonicWall firewall. But how about CNN? So what you'll quickly find is not every website is using the SonicWall cert, especially Google applications. So what's going on here is this is using Google's newer protocol called QUIC. This uses UDP port 443. This completely bypasses the DPI-SSL engine because it's not TCP. So what we need to do is go here to Policy, Access Rules, and let's create a new rule depending on the zone. Mine is in the LAN zone, so LAN to WAN. Let's name this block QUIC. Set it to deny, LAN to WAN. The port service, we're going to create a new service, call this QUIC. It is using UDP, port 43, and save. Let's apply that. Now let's go back over here, refresh the page. We may need to clear cache. Yes, we do. So let's go up here to history, delete browser data, clear that out. Now let's try that again. Let's go to CNN. We should be getting our new cert. While testing on your computer, start looking for applications having issues, primarily cloud applications like Google Drive, Dropbox, Adobe. A quick way to exclude those from inspection is by going to Common Name, click Show Connection Failures, and look for your application's domains. Time clocks and IoT devices do not have a user, so that certificate won't install with a GPO server. These usually have baked-in network settings for their preferred DNS and their own certificate, so you need to add these devices' static IPs to an address exclusion list. So let's go to Object, Addresses. We're going to create a new one. We'll call this Time Clock. It'll be in our LAN zone, and the IP 192.168.168.68. Save that. Then we're going to go up here to Address Groups. Let's say IoT exclude. Then we'll find our time clock, add that to the group. Now let's go back over to Policy, to Objects, and here in the address we'll find that excludes, so IoT exclude, and save that. You want to take slow steps in deploying this company-wide. Different departments use different applications, different websites. Some sites don't play nice with inspection, especially banking, accounting, and HR. So plan a slow day with each department for configuration with their workflow. Thank you guys for watching. If this video helped you out, consider subscribing for more firewall tutorials.